And, we mentioned the Jazz in passing as Donovan Mitchell's former team. And let's be honest, we thought that was going to be kind of the only way that we mentioned the Jazz this year, aside from lottery odds. Lo and behold, they're no longer the first place Utah Jazz, but they're still 10-5 after losing a couple of games on this road trip. They're still right in the thick of things in the Western Conference. You saw them. It took a historic Joel Embiid game for the Sixers to pull that out. What, 59, 11, 8, 7 blocks? I mean, come on. I just want to give you this opportunity as a man who really, just shredded Lauri Markkanen on a consistent basis. I don't think you can ever step foot in Finland the way that you talked about this man all off season long. You acted like he was just a total scrub when discussing that Donovan Mitchell trade. Would you like to? I don't know how to say I'm sorry in Finnish, but you might want to look that up. Would you like an opportunity to have a Markkanen mea culpa here?
I mean, look, he's been really, really good. He certainly played much better than I ever thought he was going to play. And I think he's sort of emblematic of the way the Jazz have approached this season. Like, they've just been better than everybody really could have thought across the board. And watching that game on Sunday, he had a middling game. I think he had 15 and 10 in that game. And obviously nobody was going to stop Joel Embiid the way he was playing. But the way the Jazz play, I could see why he's had a nice year for them, because Will Hardy's done a really nice job with that team. He runs really good stuff. He gets a lot of clean looks for people. Mm-hmm. And more importantly, they've really committed to the Spurs ethos of, 0.5 second decisions, right? When they come down the court, they're pushing the pace. They're getting shots early in the shot clock because they're getting out and running, getting easy looks that way. And when they start getting into half-court offense, it's when you catch the ball, you catch it, you either immediately shoot, you pass, or you make a hard straight-line drive to the rim. And when you play that way and you sort of give everybody the confidence on your team to just go out there and make decisions and play, like, you could see those guys really like the way they're playing. They like playing together. It's imbued them all with confidence. Lauri's certainly playing really confidently. I think his numbers are going to start to come back down a little bit. You're shooting like 30% on threes for most of the season, shoot 60% on twos, both sort of out of the norm of what
I was going to say the fact that he actually got off to a slow start as a three-point shooter, because you think of Markkanen and you think he's a shooting 7-footer.
Yep.
That was the one thing he wasn't doing well early in the season. It's actually up to 34.4%.
He's had a couple 4 or 5 for 6 games lately to bump it back the other direction.
I really think that I think playing for Finland in Eurobasket really helped this guy, because he was, obviously he's the man in Finland. It's not like they're cranking out a ton of NBA players. I think we can count them on one hand, and I can even leave my favorite finger just for you as a happy birthday. But he was dominant in Eurobasket. He was the man. And I think that just kind of gave him the confidence of, man, hey, I am a good player. Like, I can do a lot of things as a 7-footer who's athletic, who can put the ball on the floor, who's got not only can shoot the three, but has touch around the basket, can drive, can finish, can cut. He can score in a lot of different ways. And, he also, like every guy on that team, pretty much at least every rotation player, he's got a big chip on his shoulder. He's got something to prove. This is a guy, but at this time his rookie year, we're talking, whoa, man, the Bulls might have gotten them a guy, like a guy to build around. Holy crap. It didn't work out in Chicago. He's been traded twice now, although Cleveland basically signed him to trade him, but still he's been traded twice. The guy's averaging 22 and 9, shooting almost 53% from the floor. He's been phenomenal. Do I think he can be the best player on a team that has a chance to do some serious damage? No, I don't. But do I think he's a guy that can be part of the Jazz for a long time and part of a successful chapter in Jazz history? Yeah, he's 25 years old, talented, and is fitting real well. And the Jazz have what I see. They've got one star. That's their head coach. Will
Yes.
Hardy, a 34-year-old Will Hardy, 3 months younger than his starting point guard Mike Conley, like 22 years younger than his rotation forward off the bench Rudy Gay.
Yeah.
This guy he's done a phenomenal job, and obviously
He's the real deal.
Yeah, he had big shoes to fill because Quinn Snyder did a great job over his 8 years, built that thing from really out of the rubble into a team that we can whatever they were. I can't really say they were contenders because they didn't break through, but they were a really good team that ultimately wasn't good enough.